Kazakh people are incredibly musically talented. From ancient times, Kazakh people performed using kobis, dombra, and sang the national compositions. Through centuries, our people carried their song and passed it from generation to generation. New time has opened the borders, and now the national music of Kazakhstan sounds far beyond its borders. Strasbourg. It dates back to the beginning of the first millennium. Nowadays, this is not only a political and economic center, the cultural life is also booming in the city. A concert was held at the Palace of Music and Congresses, which became the final event of the Kazakh Autumn in France. It was a large-scale project of the Embassy of Kazakhstan in the French Republic.
Буря эмоций, шквал аплодисментов, полный зал, абсолютно полный зал.
A storm of emotions, a flurry of applause, a full hall, despite the fact that several important events are taking place in Strasbourg, in one of the capitals of the European Union. The deputies of the European Parliament from different countries and the permanent representatives of Europe came to this concert. Some people were interested to learn more about the Kazakh culture. Some people came to express their friendship once again. And this concert today, which is called Melodies of the Great Steppe, Traditions and Modernity, should impress all the viewers.
Мелодии Великой Степи, традиции и современность – это действительно такой контраст, который должен произвести свое впечатление.
The grandiose event was preceded by a huge preparatory work of two famous ensembles of Kazakhstan, the Otyrar Sazy Academic Folklore and Ethnographic Orchestra, named after Nurgisa Tlendiyev, and the Ulytau ethno-rock band. Otyrar Sazy is a unique orchestra. It was founded by Kazakh composer, conductor, dombra player, teacher, people's artist of the Soviet Union, Nurgisa Tlendiyev. Since 1982, the band performed around the country and abroad, presenting national music. Now the orchestra is still very popular.
Orkestr көптеген мемлекеттерде болды. Атап өтсек, Францияда былтыр концерт бергенбіз.
Orchestra concerts took place in many countries. Last year, we gave a concert in France. We visited Cannes, Montpellier. After that, we performed in Baku. Concerts were also held in Belarus, Ukraine, Korea, Japan, and China. Recently, we visited Rome.
Рим, Италия қаласында жақында концерт бердік. Біздің бір ұтатын себебіміз
Our main feature is that we play all instruments, and this fact greatly delights foreign viewers. They listen and look with great surprise. We are happy to get positive feedback. After the concert, the audience usually come to the musicians to see our musical instruments closely. And thanks to this interest, we continuously receive invitations to other countries.
Соны тәнті болып жатыр, соның арқасында біз осындай көптеген мемлекеттерге шақыру қолдап аламыз.
Once there were only 12 musicians in the orchestra. Today, the orchestra includes 66 musicians. They are all virtuosos of folk instruments. Laureate of international compositions, Gaukhar Jumagulova once graduated from the Kurmangazi Conservatory. She was a student of the famous ethnomusicist Yedil Kusainov. She plays 4 instruments at once: sibizgi, sasernai, jetigen, and shankobis, which in her hands sound with melodies of different eras. This is an ancient work. This music is from the Kanbakshal cartoon. And now I will play you a modern composition. This is an old folk composition. You can also play modern compositions on this instrument. The musical instruments used by the orchestra are restored from findings discovered in the ancient city of Otyrar. These instruments are one of its kind. Shankobis, sasernai, jetigen, shirgir, percussion instrument titled asatayak, konirau, kairak, and of course the well-known progenitors of modern strings, dombra and kobis. European viewers had the opportunity to listen to the anthology of the steppe melodies of the millennium. Then the time came for live performance. Farhad Kubiev has been collaborating with Otyrar Sazy for 5 years, and during this time, he found his favorite works in their repertoire.
Nurgisa атамыздың өзелі мәні маған бір ерекше.
I really like Nurgisa Tlendiyev's song, My Homeland. It is especially pleasant to perform it together with the orchestra. It is full of patriotic spirit, because its lyrics has deep patriotic meaning. Those who live abroad and miss their own country, they will especially understand this song.
Мысалы, бөтен елде жүрсе, адамға өзіне еліне деген сағынышын білдіреді деген.
And then a surprise awaited the French public. Kazakh soloists prepared a musical surprise and performed Charles Aznavour composition with Kazakh instruments. The first part of the concert was received with standing ovations.
Я хочу, заметить, что зал был полный, был аншлаг.
I want to note that the concert was sold out. You can even feel the energy from the audience. This was an amazing feeling on the stage, because when you see how the audience reacts and likes your music, it is the most important thing for any musician. Thanks to the modernization of Kazakhstan's Identity State program, we can show the world our culture and art. I must admit that our music is always received well, because it is very melodic and close to the heart. Folk rock band Ulytau was created in 2001 by producer Kiderali Polmanov. All these years, the band has been faithful to its original concept. The Kazakh dombra is played here in symbiosis with a violin and an electric guitar. All the members of the band are professional musicians. The sound check has lasted for several hours because correctly tuned sound is important in a good show. And when everything is checked to the smallest detail, there is a time before the concert to come together again. The Ulytau band musicians are fully committed to the performance. By the way, during 18 years of concert activity, the musicians have been to America, traveled to Europe, but for the first time, they will perform in Strasbourg. And the first performance promises to be memorable. We are so excited to perform here. We are very pleased that we have sold out performances. All tickets were sold out. We are happy to meet our compatriots. Kazakh music is rarely performed here. Therefore, we are very pleased that there are no tickets left for this concert. A full hall always gives good inspiration to musicians. A person has eyes, a heart, ears. They all hear, understand, and see music the same way. Music gives everyone the same emotion, be it sadness or joy. We are all humans. Therefore, our national masterpieces such as Aday composition will not leave anyone indifferent. Music sees no borders. The second part of the concert has begun. An orchestra of 6 dozen people was replaced by 6 musicians. Bach and Vivaldi's music familiar to the European public were performed in a new way. When the band started to perform the compositions created by famous Kazakh musicians, including Kurmangazi, Makhambet and Tlendiyev, reformatted to folk rock style, the audience exploded with applause. We are probably lucky because no matter wherever they are at any point in the world, fortunately the audience always warmly receive us. This is probably due to the fact that we have a very peculiar, unusual music, unlike other music styles. We have a different genre, and people are just interested in this unique sound. We put all our thoughts, soul, all the beauty of the steppes of our homeland in every composition. It is very difficult to single out one music piece. They are different. Each composition is unique in its own way. You also feel different emotions. For example, when you perform Yapurai's song, you can see the beauty of the steppes, our lands. Adai's song gives completely different emotions. It motivates you to change life for better.
Наших краев, исполняя адай или же мурхлыш, то есть это абсолютно другие эмоции. Да, то есть это хочется выйти и совершить какой-то подвиг.
The musicians of Ulytau band and the orchestra really did a great job. The concert was a great success.
У нас в семье есть уже наша мама.
Our mother is from Kazakhstan and she wanted us to attend the concert and know more about Kazakh music. I really liked it. It is very exotic. Since I was born in France, this is unusual for me. This is a new experience for us.
Непривычно, но это новый.
En fait, c'était la première fois que j'ai eu un concert en kazakh.
For the first time, I listened to a concert performed by musicians from Kazakhstan, and I am very impressed. Of course, I knew that Kazakh culture was similar to Turkish, but I also saw great differences, and it was wonderful.
Et la culture kazakh, c'était bien.
I came this evening with my mother, and we are both very impressed by the concert and the traditional Kazakh costumes. I work as an assistant in ballet, and I am very glad that we saw the performance today. Congratulations! This is a great success, and I really hope that you will come to us again. It was just an incredible evening. I came to this fantastic evening and I am happy to be involved in this event. Kazakh soloists created an amazing performance. For us, it was an amazing opportunity to learn classical and traditional music with a modern adaptation. When the musicians performed traditional music on folk instruments, they are able to make it sound modern and fashionable.
À la fois le moderne.
The concert was held as part of the Kazakh Autumn in France project, which lasts for the second year. This is a series of diverse events, exhibitions, fashion shows, theater performances with the main mission to cover all regions of France and introduce them to the culture of Kazakhstan.
Только что я разговаривал с депутатом.
The European public will learn not only that Kazakhstan has rich traditions and history, but Kazakhstan is also a country of the future. I just spoke with the deputy of the European Parliament of France. They said, through this music, we felt how dynamic our country is, how much it has a strong desire to develop and move forward. This is the best thing we could learn today, besides the applause, screams of bravo and calls for an encore. If you perform professional folk or classical music and have extensive backgrounds, you are able to conquer the hearts of the audience all around the world. It's no coincidence that communications are cultural ties and are the strongest bridges between nations.